stay. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Ba-da-dum. Bum, 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 ba-dum. It's going to get nice and cooler next week. Woo, yeah. Woo, yeah. Not that I don't enjoy the warmer weather. I'd prefer warmer weather over cold weather. I would. That's because I'm a little bit older. My bones hurt. My bones hurt. Oh, hope you're having a good day. It's Thursday. Yeah. It's July 24th, 2025. I remember when I was a kid, thinking of it being a new millennium was just, man, it seems so far away. We're supposed to have flying cars by now. What the fuck happened? Where are my flying cars? Where are they? Where are transporters? What's up with this? Wait for Terminator to show up at any moment and just kind of kill us all, you know. Right now, AI is creating a time machine. Oh, but welcome. Good to have you. Looks like we got somebody here. No chat yet. Chat's been doing pretty good lately. So, today we're talking about being genuine. That's a good one. I think this is probably going to be good. So, first thing we're going to talk about, I asked how to be genuine because I'm an alcoholic and I need to learn how to be genuine. I am genuine, but the alcohol has kind of distorted a lot of this stuff for me, right? So for me, I don't know about you, but I'm a kind of a person. I like clear cut directions, right? I mean, you just do this first, then this, then this. That's probably why I like the steps, because when I'm willing, when I'm open minded, it's no longer somebody telling me what to do. It's me following direction. And that could mean a world of difference for you. It can. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name's Dion. If you haven't figured it out by now, I'm a drunk. Yeah. I'm ethanol challenged. Good afternoon, Clara. Good to see you. If you're here, please say hello like Clara is right now. Not required. Not required. Just a reminder, I'm looking for topics. I'm trying to figure out. I have a few things going on that's probably going to raise a little bit of money, but I think what I'm going to do is like buy stickers and stuff for the program. And if I choose your topic, then I'll send you a sticker or something. You got to get something out of it besides me just saying, "Oh, this person gave me the topic," right? You probably want a little bit more than that. All right. No, I'm not going to hand out T-shirts. We're not there. Then I'd be handing out 7 T-shirts a week. That's a lot of money. All right. Being genuine is about living authentically. Well, now they've already got me confused. I'll watch these $10 words. I think we all know what it means. I'm having fun. Here we go. Meaning your actions align with your inner values and beliefs rather than conforming to the external pressures. What did I just say a few minutes ago? When you go from being closed-minded to open-minded, if you can get past your denial, then you can start working at being authentic, right? So you're not conforming to external pressures or pretending to be somebody you are not. It's about being your true self, embracing your uniqueness, and honoring your individuality. Now, some people tend to think that uniqueness is a bad thing. Now, being terminally unique means that you think nobody else has gone through what you've gone through, and that is a dangerous area. So we are not terminally unique, but we are beautifully unique. And there it is. That's why different people do different types of service work, because we're different people. That's why people sponsor differently, because we're different people, right? One of my sponsees asked me, they said, would it bother you if I went and asked this person to show me how they did the program? I'm like, no, I would encourage that. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to encourage that, because my recovery is going to get you drunk. You got to go get your own recovery. Absolutely. All right. I've had some people tell me, I just listened to you and I've stated, I appreciate that. I appreciate the compliment, but you got to have more than me. I'm human. I'm fallible. I may say something that will piss you off and drive you off. Now you don't have any other support. And I don't want that for you. Because I bring up hard topics and sometimes that creates contention. I don't always say the right thing. I screw up every now and again. I don't mean to piss people off. It is not my intention. It really isn't. What I'm trying to do here is educate. But with educating comes, the truth. And not everybody wants that. And that's okay. That's their business. That's their business. It's all right. Right. So it says that your actions need to align with your inner values and beliefs. So the first thing that Dion needed to do was get a new set of values and beliefs. That was the first thing I had to do before this could happen. I had to find out who Dion was, how Dion ticked. What are Dion's triggers? What are things that Dion's good at? What are Dion's limitations? What are the things about Dion that I like? What are some things about Dion that I would like to improve? These types of things. And the steps help me do that. You want to know where I got my new values and beliefs? They are the principles of Alcoholics Anonymous. Those are my new set of beliefs, my new set of values, my morals. See, they've already been presented to me. Now I utilize those sets instead of Dion's. Okay, because I'm going to repeat this. I've been saying it a lot lately. Any alcoholic without accountability in any given situation will do the wrong thing. Most likely. They will do what even though we think our intentions are right. It's weird. So always make sure you cover it with somebody first. Yeah. It might be a good intention, the right intention, but I still tend to cover it with other people first. Make sure I'm on the right track, especially people that have really gotten to know me. All right. Here's an overview of how to be. It says, here's an overview of how to be genuine. Cultivate self-awareness. So reflect on your values. Identify what truly matters to you. Kindness, honesty, creativity, and understand how these values guide your actions and decisions. All right? Understand your emotions. For us, we call this taking responsibility for our emotions, okay? Learn to recognize and name your feelings, becoming more aware of your internal state. It is okay to be sad. It is okay to be angry. Rage, no. Depression, okay? But if you can identify them, are feelings facts? Not necessarily, but they are valid. That doesn't mean just because feelings aren't facts, doesn't mean that your emotions are invalid. You're not an invalid. They are not invalid. They're there for a reason. They're there from an action, whether it was from there or there. All feelings are dividends. They're all dividends. Maybe you were happy because of a thought. Maybe your paycheck came and it was $200 more and you weren't expecting that, right? Somebody driving along all happy daisy, somebody cuts you off. Oh, here comes the anger. See, it was an action. And that feeling is a dividend from that action. And what you do with the feeling counts. Then it says, identify your strengths and weaknesses. Let's not forget, Dion was a counselor. All right, these are just the systems in which we use, and they work well for me. All right, so acknowledge both your positive and negative traits and areas where you can grow. Double down on the good stuff, man. Alcoholics aren't bad people. We're not. Sick, slightly emotionally unstable. If you can't laugh at that, man, you're still unstable. Right? You know, that can be kind of tough, especially when everybody out there thinks you're crazy. Here's the new way of saying crazy. I love your passion. That's the new way of saying crazy. And as it happens as much lately, oh, Dion, I love your passion. I'm like, oh my God. No, you don't. You're just killing me with kindness. Trust me. I know. All right. So I got to know, why do I need to know where my strengths are so I can continue doing that? Why do I need to know my weaknesses so I know when to bring up my strengths? See, the weaknesses are the things that I'm currently working on. What's my number one weakness? It's anger. And it's directly what I've been working on for 3 weeks now. Clara, you're a little shit. Clara says, I love your transparency. That's different. And thank you for that. But I know you're kind of giving me shit too. Which is good. I like it when people give me shit here. If we can't have any fun, then fuck it. Go back and drink, man. All right. Live with integrity. Align your actions with your words. It is important. I know, at least for me, I used to talk, then walk. Now I walk, then I talk. I do my walk first now. Okay? You hear me say this all the time. We alcoholics have the cart before the horse. And this is one situation where Dion definitely had the cart before the horse. See, when I talk, then walk, what am I doing? I'm bragging. I'm bragging about what I'm going to do. Yeah. Notice that there haven't been many trudging together updates because I'm just letting it happen now. I don't need to announce them. I need to put them together, put them out, and there's your announcement. Right? Before that, it's about bragging about something that I have not done yet. You cannot transmit something you do not have. Follow through on your commitments and promises, demonstrating trustworthiness and reliability. If anything, you can rely on me. If I say I'm going to be there, I will be there. Because I'm going to tell you, if I'm not willing to do it, I'm going to tell you. No, good chance. I'm sorry. I probably won't be there. I might, but I would not count on me being there. I'll say it. If you want to get mad at me, that's fine. I have my reasons. They're none of your business. Usually, right? But if I say I'm going to be somewhere, I don't always want to. There's a time about a month ago, actually almost exactly a month ago, 28th of last month, I went and set up a booth, an AA booth at an event. And I had to do it alone. I didn't want to do it. I kind of felt unsupported. And this was me putting shit on me. Doesn't have anything to do, right? A couple people from AA showed up, right? Cool people. I had talked with them for a little bit, but they had driven all the way from Colorado Springs. They had just done I didn't do it. But good still came out of it because I decided, I don't want to, but I'm going to have a good attitude about it anyway. And I said I was going to do it. Yesterday, I got a ticket. I've just been waiting on this ticket. Ooh, nice long, look at all that paper for a ticket. All right. I'm not really crumpling it up. I'm not. Right? So the police officer pulls me over. I know why he's pulling me over. I know why. I can act stupid. You know why I pulled you over? Yep, I sure do. He said your tag's expired. You knew that, and I said, yeah, I know, and I know I know what I'm doing is wrong. Is what I told. I said I'm headed to go do an AA meeting. I was willing to get this ticket because I made a commitment to fucking do that AA meeting. Okay. You know what he did? He let me off with a warning. He said, if you show us proof in the next 2 to 3 weeks that you got this taken care of, there'll be no charge. But if you're lying to me, it'll be $75. Fair. Because I had a little bit of integrity because I told him the truth. I even said, I would tell you my sob story, but the fact of the matter is I did it. I think he appreciated that. I acted with integrity, with honesty, right? I was being genuine with him, all right? Be honest, communicate transparently, and speak your mind even when it's challenging, but always with respect and empathy for others. Okay. Okay. Confrontation is not necessarily a bad thing. It's not easy to do, but confrontation does not include things like telling other people what they've done wrong, name calling, telling other people what to do. That's not confrontation. That is anger. In my book. You know, what is it? What is it lacking? Empathy of what the other person might be going through. Maybe there's reasons for that. Maybe there are reasons, maybe, just maybe, there are reasons for it that I don't know about, even though I know everything. Right? Right, yeah. Carter says that's the hard one. That the hard ones say, what do you mean? What do you mean what you say and say, oh, I screwed that all up, Claire. I'm gonna redo it. That's the hard one to say, I think is what, because it's missing a couple words. What do what you mean and mean what you say. Don't say it mean. And don't say it mean. Yeah. Mean what you say what you mean, but don't say it mean. Got it. Okay. Yeah, my dyslexia tore that all up. Take responsibility for your actions. Own your mistakes and learn from them, demonstrating maturity and self-reflection. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Take care of it in the moment. You have no idea who's looking. You may correct something in front of your kids and your kids will go, oh, that's how you do that. And then they will start to copy. It might be in the middle of a room and these set of people over here don't even know you. They saw you correct a problem right in front of you. But this person over here is like, oh, that's how you, oh, okay. So you can do that and you can do it the right way. So see, even when you are wrong out loud and you make it right, what you are doing is you are showing other people that there is hope for them too. That is what you are doing. That is the main component of my podcast. Something is going to go wrong, but it isn't wrong. It's right. The raw recovery is full of imperfections because it's human. It's made by a human being. So what? I've had barking dogs. We've had children interrupt. We've had construction people stop by. We don't stop. We don't stop. Oh, my doorbell just rang. I got to go take care of that. Go ahead. I'll yak for you for 2-3 minutes. So what? Does it get edited? No. It's like, you remember when you used to watch TV and there'd be like, this is filmed live in front of a studio audience. And the show is live. There were a lot of shows like that. Golden Girls was recorded live. Right? Carol Burnett show. Look at all the funny things that happened in that show because there wasn't a second take. It was the imperfections that made it funny. Right? Watching Carol Burnett just laugh her ass off because I forget his name, because what's his name is telling a story that's just so inane. Right? Same thing. It's the same thing. But gosh, it's hard to be wrong in this world today in front of other people when everybody's got their fucking cameras out taking pictures of you. You can't even go to a Coldplay concert anymore. I knew I'd find a way to slip that one in there. Embrace vulnerability. No, I will not embrace vulnerability. I'm sorry, but I'm not a vulnerable person anymore. I've got God in my life. Now, what they're saying is a little different. My brain takes it to an extreme because to me, vulnerability equals weakness, and that's not necessarily true. So let's see what else they have to say. Share your authentic self. See, I prefer what Clara said, transparency. Embrace transparency. I'd much rather go with that. Vulnerable means I'm open to attack. And I'm not going to go for that because I am not open for attack. So share your authentic self. Be open about your thoughts, emotion, fears, and struggles with, and here's the key, trusted individuals. Do not put your shit out on the internet for everybody else to solve. It is not going to work. It won't work. Okay. I don't share all my personal stuff here. I share more personal stuff in AA meetings than I do here. But it's because I trust the people in the group. Because I know it's not going to go anywhere. It might, it might. Accept your imperfections. Don't accept them. Fucking embrace that shit. What did I just say about imperfections? Imperfections is the beautiful part. To me, it is. The fact that you are imperfect is what gives you your uniqueness, which I find beautiful. All right. I'm getting a little tummy ache here. You'll pass. Understand that flaws don't diminish your worth and embrace your unique qualities. Yeah. Somebody gave me some advice a long, long time ago. And their advice was, do not determine your own worth. Don't let anybody determine your worth. That's God's job. It's not my job to determine my worth anyway. Because when Dion tries to determine his worth, then things just go wrong when I do it. Because remember, when I determine when an alcoholic, especially when you come into the program, we think we're either a piece of shit or the shit. That extreme. And we're neither, because God don't make shit. He doesn't make crap, man. No, I don't agree with that one. All right. It's okay to be imperfect. You should be imperfect and let other people know. Right. And then that goes back to we, as God's children, we stand on our own 2 feet. We don't crawl before anyone. I don't need to do that. I can still respect, love, and give empathy without being walked on. All right. Don't be afraid to ask for help. One of the hardest ones, huh? Recognize your limitations and seek support where needed. I need help. Without my AA group, without my therapy, without certain people in my life, including my wife, my kids, my grandkids, it wouldn't even fucking be worth it. Honestly. It's the people in my life that make this whole thing worth it. Yeah, that's a good point, Claire. Claire says I don't do that anymore because I'm not drunk anymore. Yeah, so now we don't go to those. We don't have these high elations and these low lows as much anymore. And then you're going to find yourself, oh no, somewhere in the middle. Once you find humility and character building, and you start using that as a good thing instead of something that's holding you back. All right, good stuff here. Build healthy relationships. Now, remember, this is all stuff that goes towards being genuine. So we're being taught. So practice active listening. Yeah, my AA meetings I go to, that this is the view I see. Yeah, no good. That's why I keep this here. Right? If you go to an AA meeting with me, if I'm not on my phone, if I'm at my computer, I would sit here and do this. It makes me listen. Otherwise, I'll go to my, I have a Facebook thing. Oh, I have the, and my ADHD will come into play. I overreact in AA meetings because I want them to know I'm fucking listening to them, because they spent their time. When I'm talking, I would like other people to listen. All right. See, and I've got this thing down. I don't even have to think about it. Right. And it helps me focus. When I podcast, right? Actually, when I podcast, it's a little different because I'm having a conversation with this person. Right. And that's where my active listening actually is great, because I'm listening for clues. I'm listening for things to talk about. Right. Truly hear and understand perspectives without formulating your response while they're speaking. There's nothing. You ever talk to somebody and they're like, is it? And you're like, I've gotten my first sentence out, and all of a sudden, and I'm going to be talking for another two. But I get frustrated with those people because in my mind, I'm like, I know they're not listening to me. All right. So how do you let somebody know that you were practicing listening? Ask questions. Okay, I want to make sure I heard this right. This is what you were saying, and this is kind of where we're at. Okay, I heard it right. Okay, cool. All right, go ahead. Listen. Right. Show empathy and compassion. I'm not going to get into that one. Strive to understand and share the feelings of others. You already do that automatically. I don't need to cover that with you. Almost every alcoholic that does this work has empathy. It's how I know whether you're full of shit or not. I'm watching your empathy. It's how I know whether you did the work. Right? Okay. Surround yourself with supportive people. If you hang around 3 winners, you're the 4th. There was a saying in AA, we don't use it anymore. Hey, hang with the winners, not the wieners. All right. So seek relationships that encourage your authenticity and personal growth. All right. Here's a big one. I'm glad it's kind of ended on this. We'll do this part and kind of wrap up. Be courageous and persistent. God. It's God. For me, it is. It's where I get my courage. Courage is what I use to walk through things that are a little bit harder. Right? So it says here, to do that, face your fears. Don't be afraid of those snakes. Don't be afraid. It's hard, but you don't need to make it harder on yourself. You don't need to make it harder. And we alcoholics are known for that, right? Overcome the fear of judgment, rejection, and failure by taking small steps to be authentic in safe environments. Good luck on your safe environments. I mean, I found, because I've been creating safe spaces for people for a long time. Like here, you probably feel safe. Is it a safe space? No. No. It is only as safe as you and I decide to make it. So, yes, in that sense, it is. It's kind of weird. I know. But I found something out. I'm my only safe space. Everything, if I point out in order to create a safe space, I'm now creating an expectation that Dion can't do with, right? Hey, Amber, good to see you. Claire Joyce says Arlene passed away. I'm not going to say the last name. Away last night because she was last night she was a consistent attendee of the Triangle Club in Longmont, Colorado. She's finally cured. Oh, in Longmont. Oh, okay, got it. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I am happy. Like Ozzy Osbourne passed, to pass sober, and isn't that what we're going for? Isn't that the accomplishment, right? Amber, and that's what I was kind of going for. Thank you. Amber says it's not safe because it's public. Yep, because it's public. Anybody can join on. Who knows? At any moment, somebody might hop on and try and peddle their shrooms. Happens every now and again. Now that I brought it up, it's probably going to happen. Challenge societal pressures. Challenge them. Absolutely. Don't be afraid to question norms and expectations and don't align with your values. Remember, we talked about values at the beginning of this. My new values and morals are the 12 principles of Alcoholics Anonymous. Those are they're nice and short. They remind me to be honest. They remind me willing and open-minded, that I have to bring things to justice, that I need to have brotherly love. I do service work. I have prayer, meditation. See all these things? See how they add up so quickly, just these little things. So quick. Okay. People kept telling me, Dion, you will never change the Behavioral Health Administration website. It got done. I'm just using it as an example. I do a lot of things I just don't talk about. But for years, I bugged her. I'm like, the people you are using, the people you are leading to. And now all those programs are gone. They are no longer listed on the Behavioral Health Administration website. You know what is? You know what's at the very top? Alcoholics Anonymous. So challenge societal pressures. What was I fighting? I was fighting popularity, man. It was all a popularity game. They're still trying to do it. Now they're doing a walk. They're doing a walk where, you have to pay for each one. What they're saying is we're out of juice boxes. They need to pay their bills. I called that one too, because I do not go with the societal pressures. I will not be pressured into something because the rest of society is. I'm not going to do that. I've never been that way. Develop self-confidence. Believe in your worth and abilities, making choices that align with your true self. That goes back to understanding your weaknesses and your strengths. Goes back to that. Embrace continuous growth. What a great way to end it. View challenges and mistakes as opportunities for learning and development. If you've been listening to me at all for the last month, I've been nailing that one down. Problems are not problems until I make them a problem. Before that, they are an opportunity. I'm the one that turns it into a problem. Right? But if I am seeking the solution, it's now an opportunity. In essence, being genuine is a journey of self-discovery and growth that requires self-reflection, courage, and a commitment to living in alignment with your values. It is about being honest with yourself and with others, building trust, fostering meaningful relationships, and ultimately leading a more fulfilling life. Claire says that is a mind twister. It's not safe because it's public, yet it's an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. We're talking about this here, but in this way, it is kind of an AA meeting. Yeah, I do hear what you're saying. It is a mind twister. It is. You know, are AA meetings a safe space? Aren't alcoholics one of the most judgmental people in the world? So what do you think? But you can't fear the judgment of other people, right? So that kind of goes back to, if you are not allowing other people to determine your worth, then you are the safe space. You want to know how I became a safe? You want to know how I found my safe space? I became a safe space for other people, and it worked. This is a safe space for people. There are people that have come here that have tried to disrupt. You folks have seen it, and they end up coming back. Amber says AA meetings aren't safe either. Clara says right. Yeah. See? So, and that's what's weird. That's what's cool. One of the cool things about Grassroots. Everybody there is trying to create a safe space for other people. That's why it works so fucking well. Because it's altruistic with a shit ton of empathy. We're all just trying to become better. That's all we want in that group. And when a newcomer comes in, oh man, we surround that motherfucker. We do. We try and encourage. We try and meet them where they're at. That's why Grassroots is working so well. Okay. But it wouldn't work that way if it wasn't for the people in the meeting. Creating safe spaces for other people to be vulnerable without judgment. How many people in this world are allowed that? All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'll see some of you in about an hour. I love you. You know I do. Peace out.